Hey there guys, it's Tina and I am ouch, shit. Hey there guys, it's Tina and I am back, and I am here with a fun video for you guys because I am showcasing a brand that I've been excited about and I have been holding out because I've had these products in my collection for months now. They reached out to me and sent me a bunch of their products to test out and try out, and I've been trying them out and I've been kind of just waiting to do a brand roundup video, and I said, you know what, no more. Absolutely not. I'm never gonna get to it if I want to do just a full brand roundup, and it's gonna be an everlastingly long video, so why do that? Let's showcase each of these products in their own video and give them the shine that they deserve. So the brand I'm talking about is UOMA Beauty. That is black owned. It was started by a Nigerian born, LA and London based former beauty executive, and I love that. I love empowered women, and I love when they stay true to their roots as well and curate a brand that is true to them and true to their community and culture. And in this video we're going to showcase 3 of their lip collections that are available in their line, starting off with the Badass Icon Matte Lipsticks. And I love that these lipsticks are named after badass black female icons in our community. And then we'll jump into the Black Magic Metallic Shine lipsticks that have glitter in them. They're shiny, they're metallic, they're not frosty though, so I absolutely love the formulation. Followed by the Boss Gloss Liquid Marble. Now these are a combination of a lip stain and a lip gloss that gives you a high shine glass-like finish. It's absolutely beautiful, but it's a little bit more long wearing than your traditional lip gloss, so we'll get into those as well. So without much further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the swatches. So let's start off with the Badass Icon Matte Lipstick. All the color, all the attitude, a badass is simply a badass. It says, make the ultimate lip statement with the concentrated, highly pigmented, lightweight UOMA Beauty Badass Icon Matte Lipstick. This sensually silky texture glides on the lips and leaves behind a stunning color with just one stroke. Wild mango butter drenches the lips with moisture, allowing you to have matte lips without the drying effect. These retail for $24 USD and contain 3.5 grams or 0.12 ounce of product. And the packaging is a beautiful circular matte white tube with flat ends, so it's perfect for storing these lipsticks, and it has a pretty decent weight to it. On the tube itself, it says a badass does not talk about being a badass, and the UOMA Beauty logo is raised on the base of the lipstick. The label on the bottom indicates the shade name and the sizing information, as well as manufacturing details. So this is distributed by UOMA Beauty in New York, but it is manufactured in Italy, and the open jar symbol indicates 18 months of usage life. The inner tube is a beautiful metallic deep pink rose shade with badass printed in black, and once you twist up the product itself, you will see the UOMA Beauty logo debossed on the lipstick bullet itself 3 times, and I thought that was such a great touch because it shows the attention to detail. And the cap will slide back into place with a magnetic closure, and I absolutely love the packaging of this. The one drawback I will say is that the label on the bottom, although it has the shade name, it's not color coded, so you won't know the actual shade of the lipstick in the tube without opening it or memorizing the names and the colors that they're associated with, but I don't have that kind of memory capacity right now. Now let's go ahead and jump into the swatches, and I'll group the swatches by the shade description. So we're gonna start out with the lighter nude shades, and the first up is Eartha, which is named after Eartha Kitt, and this is described as a sand beige, and this is the lightest of the neutral nude shades, and this is indeed just a medium tone beige shade. It's a little bit light on my skin tone, but I can see this being a perfect mixer shade, or if you're lighter than me, this might actually be a beautiful nude shade for you. Then we have the shade Maya, which I am going to assume is named after Maya Angelou, and this is described as a rosy light brown. And I love these shade descriptions because they're almost exact. This is a rosy neutral brown shade, and it is beautiful in one swipe. Followed by the shade Coretta, which I'm gonna associate with Coretta King, and this is described as a dusty peach. This one is a little bit more on the peachy side, so it's a little bit warmer. It is a beautiful shade and it's a subtle peach, so it's not too loud or in your face, and it applies beautifully. And here I'll show you all three of the shades swatched so you can see the different color nuances and the undertones in case you are interested in picking up any of these shades. Again, these are the lightest three in the collection. Now we're gonna jump into some of the medium tones. So first we're gonna start out with Aretha, which I'm gonna assign to Aretha Franklin, and this is described as a deep neutral, and this is such a beautiful medium brown shade on my skin tone. It is almost a perfect nude for me. It blends in with my skin tone really well. In one swipe, it's a gorgeous brown shade. Then we have the shade Miriam, which I'm gonna assign to Miriam Benjamin, who is an iconic black inventor, so props to her. This shade is described as a brown pink, and that's exactly what it is. It's a medium tone rosy pink shade with a hint of a brown undertone. Again, a beautiful subtle pink shade that would work great on deeper skin tones. Then we have the shade Winnie, which I'm gonna assign to Winnie Mandela, another black icon. This one is described as a rose taupe, and I think this is more of a deep berry shade on my skin tone. It definitely comes off with that deep reddish brown. It's not so much a taupe on my skin tone, but it's a beautiful deep rosy tone. So here again are those three shades swatched, and as you can see, we have a brown, we have a pink, and we have more of a deep berry. So you'll see the different undertones here in case you're interested in trying these shades out. Now let's jump into some of the deeper shades. So we're gonna start out with Tracy. I wanna say this is for Tracy Chapman, but I'm not sure, but she was still an iconic songwriter and singer. So this shade is described as a burnt caramel. This is a beautiful deep brown shade with very warm caramelly undertones. It's a little bit more orange tone, a little bit more golden. It's a beautiful deep brown shade. I love the undertones. I love this on my skin tone. Absolutely gorgeous. Then we have the shade Nina. I'm gonna go with Nina Simone on this one, another iconic singer-songwriter. This is described as a rose brown. This is a deep brown shade with more of a reddish rosy undertone. So if you're looking for a cooler tone brown, this is a great one to try out. And next up we have the shade Brenda. I don't know who this is for, guys. You're gonna have to help me out with this one. But this is described as a Cabernet. And this is a deep purpley red shade. Really gorgeous. I love this shade. It's so gorgeous. It would look great on deeper skin tones. It's great on medium deep skin tones as well. Absolutely love it. So here again we have those three shades. The first one is a beautiful warm tone caramelly brown, my favorite of these three. Then we have a more rosy red tone brown, a beautiful deep neutral brown, and then we have this deeper cranberry wine shade. So let's go ahead and jump into some of the bold colorful shades. We're going to start out with some pinks. So we have the shade Whitney, which goes with Whitney Houston. I don't know that this shade is really her thing though. It's described as a hot coral pink. And this is gorgeous. This is one of the best hot pinks I've ever tried on my skin tone. It's bright, it's bold, but it suits my skin tone so well. It doesn't look stark or anything, and it layers up so great. Like, look at this color. It just works so well with a darker skin tone. So I think this is perfect. If you want to try a bright color, this is so iconic. Then we have the shade Shaka for Shaka Khan, and this is described as a pink mauve. I don't see pink mauve here at all. This is just a beautiful like fuchsia purple shade. It's a bold bright pink tone purple, and it's so gorgeous. Oh my god, I love this shade, and I can definitely see this going with Shaka Khan. Although I don't see her wearing this, I just think the shade screams Shaka because she's so bold. And then we have the shade Fumilayo, which is named after Fumilayo Ransom Kuti, Nigerian women's rights activist, and this one is described as a mulberry shade. This one is a deeper purple berry. So it's still a berry shade, but it has that bright purpley fuchsia undertone. Another gorgeous shade. Not my favorite, but it's such a beautiful shade on my skin tone. I can imagine this being gorgeous on deeper skin tones. So here again are those three shades. We have a beautiful neon bright pink that works beautifully on deeper skin tone, a bright purpley fuchsia, followed by a more subdued berry toned purple. Now let's jump into my favorite shade just by name, not by color, the shade Tina, which we're gonna go with Tina Turner on this one. This one is described as a crimson red. On me, this comes off as a medium tone, bold orange shade. And I'm not even being biased, but look at this orange on my skin tone. It doesn't come off as too bold, too stark. It just works. It's so subtle, which orange is like, how can orange be subtle? Well, my shade Tina does just that, and I love an orange shade, so I absolutely love this color. Then we're jumping into the reds. So we have the shade Sade, which is named after the singer Sade. This is described as a poppy red. Oh my god, this is such a perfect blue-based red shade. It's just the perfect depth. It's still bold and in your face. It gives you impact without being overwhelming. It's such a flattering red. I love this shade and it applies beautifully. And then the next red shade we have is Diana, which is named after, I'm gonna go with Diana Ross. This is described as a brick red. This one is a deeper blue-based red. It's a little bit darker than Sade, but it is such a flattering red as well. I love this. I actually mixed the two red shades for a beautiful ombre red, and it's so gorgeous. So here are the three quote-unquote red shades in the collection. The first shade, Tina, is actually an orange. Like, who are we kidding here? But it's so gorgeous. Sade, as you can see, is a brighter, more cherry red compared to Diana, which is more of that deeper brick red. These shades are all gorgeous. They work so well on my skin tone. I know these are gonna flatter deeper skin tones because they are just like the perfect undertone that just go with our deeper skin tone without being loud or stark. Now let's go ahead and jump into the Black Magic Metallic Shine lipsticks. This says, leave them spellbound. Unleash the goddess within with the hypnotic, high-octane, high-impact yet wearable UOMA Beauty Black Magic Metallic Shine lipstick. Shimmering shades melt onto lips, and these playful sticks act as iridescent veils that flash like loose glitter and give the lips a multi-dimensional shine. Amplify lips with a blast of explosive color and rave-worthy shine, infused with Brazil nut oil to moisturize and nourish lips with essential minerals and vitamins. These come in the most beautiful packaging. It's like a velvety matte black box with beautiful metallic tribal markings, and it's so gorgeous. These retail for $26 USD and contain the same amount of product, which is 3.5 grams or 0.12 ounce. And these come in a similar tube to the Badass Icon matte lipsticks, but instead of being a matte white, these are a shiny metallic red tube with Black Magic embossed on the outer packaging. Again, it has the UOMA Beauty logo on the base of the lipstick. The inner tubes on these are a matte red, and once you twist up the lipstick bullet, you will see this beautiful design. It's like a velvety texture overlaid with glitter. It's sparkly, it's intense, it's different. It is absolutely gorgeous. And on the bottom we have the label with the same details as the previous packaging, but I just love the attention to detail for these lipsticks. So we're gonna go ahead and swatch these shades, starting off with the lightest shade, which is Lady of Gold. This is described as a metallic gold, and that is exactly what it is. It is a metallic sheer gold topper color. I would never wear this alone. It looks crazy, but I'd definitely use it to top another color to give it that metallic shine. Even alone, it doesn't look that crazy. It's just something that I personally would not wear. Then we have this shade Savage, which is described as a metallic pink red. This one is gorgeous. I would for sure wear this alone, but I would also wear it over one of the other red lipsticks. This is a beautiful shimmery red. It doesn't look like a heavy metallic like frosty lipstick. It just looks really shiny and gorgeous. It's such a beautiful color. Then we have the shade On Fire, which is described as a metallic vivid red. This one is more of a pinky undertone than the shade Savage. This one is beautiful as well. I would also wear this alone or topped over another shade. Then we have the shade Allure, which is described as a metallic deep violet. This one is so gorgeous as well. I would also wear this alone. Again, the shades aren't coming off highly frosty. They're just this shiny metallic finish. This one is more like a purpley fuchsia. Really gorgeous if you top this over one of the pinky shades from the matte collection. Then we have the shade Poise, which is described as a metallic red brown. This is a deeper berry red with a brown undertone. Another gorgeous one. Again, I could wear this alone because it does have great pigmentation. These are so beautiful. I love them. I never thought I would love them, but I do. The last shade is Mother, which is described as a metallic plum. This one is a deeper, darker red shade with some purpley brown undertones. Another gorgeous shade. This is one that I would wear alone as well. So here you have all 6 of those shades swatched so you can see the different undertones. The 2 reds are very similar, so I would choose one or the other. But these are great if you're looking for a really impactful shiny lipstick that has glitter in it, but it's not really high frosty glitter. It's just this beautiful wet metallic look to the lips, and you can use them layered over regular lipsticks, or you can wear them alone because they have decent pigmentation to them. I love these. I wouldn't necessarily pick these up on my own, but I thought they were absolutely gorgeous. Now let's go ahead and jump into the Boss Gloss Liquid Marble. These retail for $22 and contain 3 milliliters of product or 0.1 fluid ounce. These again come in a really beautiful black packaging. This is more shiny with silver details. This one says gloss like a boss with this next generation lip color. With the UOMA Beauty Beauty Boss Gloss Marble Lip Gloss, prepare yourself for a revolutionary lip product with the shine of a gloss, the long wear of a stain, and the care of a lip spa. This zero compromise formula soaks the lips with audacious color in one stroke for a glass-like finish with extremely long-lasting properties. Finally, a gloss without the need for a touch-up every hour. Infused with the softening properties of lychee fruit extract, which also protects from UV radiation and stress, expect your lips to stay soft, dreamy, and sensually shiny. Zero stickiness, all the shine. Now that's a gloss worthy of a boss. Now this packaging just blows me away. It's a beautiful, bright, metallic blue shade, and it has the UOMA Beauty logo in silver, and it says Boss, Wake Up, Kick Ass, and Repeat. I absolutely love this. So it has a doe foot applicator, just a simple basic doe foot applicator, and this time around the labels are color coded, so you'll be able to tell what shade is in here without having to open the gloss. And the shelf life for this one is 12 months instead of the 18 months for the lipstick. So let's go ahead and jump into these swatches, starting out with the lightest shade. This is the shade Passion, which is described as a true to skin nude. This one is a sheer nude gloss. It does take some layering up, but if you just want a simple, light, shiny gloss, it's gonna give you that glass-like finish. And this gloss has a different texture. It actually feels a little bit wet and cool on the lips. It doesn't feel sticky at all, and it just gives a very shiny glass-like look to the lips. Then we have the shade Rose, which is described as a neon pink. This is a sheer muted rose pink shade on my lips. It's not really a neon pink. This one gave me a little bit of a patchy effect, so I would have to layer this to make sure that it's even, but it's a beautiful rosy gloss on my lips, and it layers up great over pink lip glosses. Then we have the shade Ambition. This one is described as a fuchsia pink. This one is gorgeous. I love the pigmentation on this one. I could wear this alone because it gives me this beautiful, shiny, bright fuchsia pink without being too bold. And I think this would work great on deeper skin tones. I absolutely love this shade. Then we have the shade Cray Cray, which is described as a magenta. This one is a deeper berry purple pink. It's so gorgeous as well. I love this gloss. I love it on my skin tone. Again, we have great pigmentation from this. You can wear it alone or layer it up. And then for the red shade, we have Sass, which is described as a chili pepper red. And this is gorgeous as well. It's such a shiny, beautiful gloss. It's not overly pigmented. If you're afraid of reds and you just want a simple gloss, this is actually a pretty decent one to wear. And it works great over lipsticks as well to give it a shiny glass-like finish. And then we have the shade Class, which is described as a classic red. Now this one is a deeper red tone, again like a classic blue-based red. This too is gorgeous if you want to go bolder red and give a really like glass slipper look to your lip. It's so gorgeous. This I absolutely love. Then we have the shade No Stoppin'. This is described as a deep pink. I don't know that I would call this a deep pink. It's more like a berry shade with a pinky undertone. I can see where they would want to call this pink because it has that pinky cherry undertone. This one is also gorgeous. I love this color. It's so impactful and so shiny without being too in your face. And then the last shade up is 0FK, which we know is zero fuck. That's what they were going for, but you know, they needed to censor it. This is described as a deep magenta. This to me is just a deep purple berry. It's a little bit patchy, but I've been swatching for a while, so you know. But you can layer it up, and I think this is such a badass color. Another color that I absolutely love. I love these glosses because they have this different feel to them. They're not sticky at all. They're just shiny and like wet, like they feel like a stain, and they do have great lasting power, and they're definitely not heavy at all. So here are the shades again swatched. We have a single neutral shade which would work on a variety of skin tones. We have a few reds, a couple of berries, and a couple of pinks, and I think this is actually a pretty decent shade range that would suit a variety of skin tones. I think they can add a couple more fun colors to this because I actually do like this formulation. Alright guys, so now that you have seen these lip products in all their glory, let's go ahead and talk about them, shall we? Now we've already spoken about the packaging of all three of these lip formulations, and I must reiterate that I love the packaging. There's so much detail that went into each of the designs with the logo, the inner tubes, the debossed details on the bullet itself. All of these were just beautifully done. They're weighty, they feel luxurious, they look luxurious. I mean, come on, these stand out in your collection, right? You have this matte white, beautiful, this shiny, beautiful, bold metallic blue, and this metallic red. Like, aren't these sexy? Love the packaging. And the boxes that these come in as well are also beautifully done. Now, the pricing of these puts them in the mid to high end range of products, which I think they do fit really well because the packaging is so well done. It's luxurious, it's beautiful, it looks higher end, and the formulations are out of this world. So I do think they are worth that price point because of where it places them in the market. They're going up against Urban Decay and Too Faced and those brands that we usually see in the mid to high end range, and I think they are definitely worth that price point. But I do understand that everybody's willing to drop $20-something on a lip product, but if you find a shade that works for you in one of these formulations that you're excited to try out, I don't think you'll be disappointed because they do have a great formulation, they have a great shade range, and I just think you'd be excited to try these out. Now these are available for sale at Ulta.com as well as in select Ulta stores, and you can also find them at UOMA Beauty online, and there are different discounts available. You know, during the holiday season sometimes you'll get 20% off, and at Ulta they also have sales all the time. Just know that UOMA Beauty is under the Prestige brand, so this will only qualify if the discount applies to Prestige brands as well. Now the product and the performance is where these really stand out. These lip products are so divine. The Badass Icon matte lipsticks are some of the best matte lipsticks I have ever tried, hands down, and I've tried many. I love a matte lip product. I love being able to apply it to my lips, wear it if I want that like really bold, intense look, or I can layer it with a gloss, but I love a matte lipstick. So I've tried the gamut of them. Pat McGrath, Lisa Eldridge, and MAC make some of my favorite matte lipstick formulations, but when I tell you that these have taken the top place in my collection for matte lipsticks, I am not kidding you. These are so comfortable to wear. They feel like nothing on. They don't dry out the lips. They don't feel tight on the lips either. You know how you can apply a matte lipstick and then it just feels like your lips are being sucked dried or shrink wrapped? These don't feel like that. These feel so comfortable and lightweight. It's like they're not even there, and they still have that matte appearance. It looks like a matte velvet. So I absolutely love these, and they're long wearing without, again, being dry and uncomfortable. And then we have the metallic shine lipsticks. These are a little bit different. These are a little bit interesting because they're glittery, and I'm a little bit hesitant to wear a frosty lipstick. Like, we're not kicking it back to the 90s where we were doing that frosty lip at all. No, we're not. But these don't give off that frosty vibe at all. They give off just a really shiny look to the lips, and you can use them over like a matte lipstick. So I've layered them over the matte icon lipsticks, or I've just worn them on their own, and they are gorgeous. They give this beautiful shine to the lips, and they have some pigmentation, so you can wear them on their own, or you layer them over another lipstick. It's gonna give them that oomph, that zhuzh, that here I am. But they're not frosty. And even with the glitter in these, you don't feel the texture on your lips. They're not chunky. They don't feel like, oh my god, what is this on my lips? They're really beautiful as well, and I absolutely love those, even though I think those are a specialized formula. Like, and not everybody's gonna be interested in those, but I do think if you're into that style of lip product, these are pretty nice. Now we get into the Boss Gloss Liquid Marble. These are different than anything else I've ever tried on the market. These are not a sticky gloss. These are just like they describe. It's a cross between a stain and a gloss, and I love the finish of these. They give this wet mirror shine to the lips. It's just, I don't understand how they did it, because these aren't sticky, but they aren't liquidy to the point where they are sliding off the lips. Like, they don't glide and slide and just feather into the lips, even though if you have lip lines, I can see these feathering, so make sure you put on a lip liner. But these give this supreme wet glossy look to the lips, and I wish they would add more shades to this collection because they are so beautiful. On their own, the more pigmented shades look like lacquer, and then you can also top them over another lipstick to, again, give that gloss-like finish. But oh my god, so beautiful. I wore the red one to my holiday party, and I was just so blown away. So I absolutely love all of these lip products, and I wholeheartedly recommend them. I have nothing bad to say about them, except I would love to have color-coded labels, because now I have all of them in my collection with the labels up, and I'm like, huh? What color is Aretha? But you know, once you know your favorite shade, or if you only pick up one or two, then that wouldn't be a problem. But I love these guys, and the shade selection is so amazing for darker skin tones. Every single shade except Eartha. Eartha was a little questionable, but every single shade looked great on my skin tone. Okay. For real though, Lady of Gold in the metallic one, this is also questionable, but they're so flattering. Like, the orange didn't look too bold and just stark. The reds were really flattering and just really complemented my skin tone. And even the bright pink, oh my god, I finally have like a neon pink that I can wear without being like, is this looking too loud? I love the range, and I love that they have such a wide selection of reds and neutrals and pinks and orange. I think they can add even more, but I think they have a solid shade range right now. So go ahead, check these out. I highly recommend them. See if you can get them on a budget, because you know, ooh, we love a good discount, but these are still worth the price in my eyes. I will go ahead and list all the links to where you can pick these up at Ulta and uomabeauty.com, and they're a black owned brand, so I definitely want to show support as well. I will also leave links to my Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Follow me along, we have fun over there. But again, this brand is definitely worth checking out, and if you like this video, stay tuned for more, because we have a lot more coming up. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. I mean, why not? And if you are not already subscribed, what are you waiting on? Listen, come on, let's get this channel to whatever number. I don't even care at this point. But yeah, I'm gonna head out now, and until my next video, which will be very soon, I'll talk to you. Bye guys.